Well, good evening and welcome. I'm so glad that you could join us this evening. The first composition was entitled Amparita Roca. It's a Spanish military-type march. It's also entitled or called a Paso Doble. Paso Doble. Also, there's Spanish dances go by the same term. Paso Doble, in a loose translation, simply means double step. So that's the Spanish march, kind of quick-step march like our American Sousa quick-step marches. The next composition we'd like to play has dance in the title, but it doesn't sound like a dance like Amparita Roca. You'll get kind of this dance theme towards about 2/3 into the way, so you got to wait for it. The woodwinds have a variation of the theme, "'Tis a Gift to Be Simple," so it's very light and kind of dance-like when you get there. This composition was composed in 1972, and it quickly gained just great appeal and prominence, and has been continues to be one of the most performed compositions by John Zadeklik for concert bands. We hope you enjoy Chorale and Shanker Dance. It's about 8 minutes long, so yeah, a lot of notes there, right? Yeah. That Corral and Shaker dance also is a kind of a landmark piece for concert band because it had a lot of jazz influences with syncopation and some harmonies and stuff, the way the composer used those. This next piece is also very influenced by jazz. It comes from a much larger suite of 3 piano compositions by George Gershwin. All 3 of them highly influenced by jazz, just styles and things of that nature, and harmonies at that time. The second one is the only one that I know of that's transcribed for band, and its influence is very much in the blues genre, not only in harmony but also in melodic phrasing. We hope you enjoy the second prelude by Gershwin. Hard to go wrong with Gershwin, right? Yeah. Rossano Galante, the composer of this next piece, is probably better known as a composer for movies, film, and TV. I mean, quite an extensive list of compositions in both genres, band and for the film and TV. A couple of movies maybe you might know, Fantastic Four, okay, and then one of the Avengers, Age of Ultron, is that it? I haven't seen that one, so I hope I'm saying that right. But so just one of just like a ton of movies that he's responsible for. Very prolific also in the band world because he likes composing for band because of all the unique colors and tonal timbres within the winds and also in the percussion. Also, band allows him less restrictions. And scoring for film scores, the music can never take precedence over what's happening on the screen. And so there's lots of restrictions for them when they compose. So that's why he likes composing for band. He has a free rein to do as he chooses. The composition is just a tonal depiction of that majestic mountain, Mount Everest. Following this piece, the band will exit very briefly and percussion ensembles will come on, and they're under the direction of our percussion instructor, Dr. Sebastian Boots. So don't go away. The band will be back after them as well. We'll come back for 2 more selections, okay? Mount Everest.
All right. As the band's leaving, I'll go ahead and introduce the next two pieces. Very grateful to Professor Brandis for inviting the percussion ensemble to be part of this event. Normally, the percussion instruments are in the back of the band, so we're excited to bring it up close and for you all tonight. The first piece is Fractalia by Owen Condon, and Owen is a part of a really neat chamber group called Third Coast Percussion, and they're based in Chicago, and they're the first percussion quartet to win a Grammy in 2017. So he's a really awesome composer and awesome musician, and I think you'll really enjoy this piece of his. His music is very inspired by minimalism and electronic music and taiko drumming, all three of which I think there are splashes of in this piece, Fractalia. So the piece Fractalia is composed of different fragments or motivic ideas that you'll hear kind of pass around, all four musicians. And it starts off with a really energetic, fun marimba parts that are kind of bouncing around, and then you'll hear these like interjections from tom-toms that are kind of reminiscent of taiko drumming. And then in the middle of the piece, it goes into this very minimalistic and zen-like meditative groove that I think you'll really enjoy. So without further ado, this is Fractalia. I'm also excited because I get to play with these awesome students today. So. I'm going to invite the next three percussionists on stage, Jimmy, Jacob, and Josh. Well, before I introduce this piece, though, I should say we're performing that piece again on Friday. The Percussion Ensemble's concert is in the Black Box Theater just around the corner here, and we're excited to do that very piece with the Lindenwood Dance Studio. They've choreographed a work to dance with us to that. So hope you'll join us again in 2 days at the Percussion Ensemble concert at 7:30 p.m. This next piece is Trio per Uno by Nebojsa Zivkovic, and it's the title is exactly what it is. So it's a trio for one instrument, but so they're all three playing the same exact instrument, same setup with one bass drum in the middle. And so the instruments they have are bongos and these really interesting gongs that are, yeah, you could like play a little gongo. So they're kind of, yeah, they're all pitched slightly different and have a really, really interesting tone. They're called opera gongs. Yeah, these guys are killing it. They're all on the drum line, and I love working with them every day. And this piece has a lot of like drum line, like split type parts that I think they're just, it's a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoy Trio per Uno.
Okay, the next piece we have, Overture for Winds, is composed in 1959 and became kind of a major piece, if you will, for wind band. It kind of set the style for compositions to follow it, just in form and kind of just in structure and composition as well. So lots of energy. Okay, there's some gorgeous melodic lines, and I'm just so happy that we're playing this again. I think that this is a piece that's kind of forgotten for a long time. It was kind of a prominent part of band concerts, and it's not played as much as it should be anymore. So here's Overture for Winds. Just one of those compositions that really stands the test of time. Never gets old. It's good stuff. Got about 4 students in our ensemble that this is their last concert with us, with the Wind Ensemble. They may be involved in some other things the rest of this week. But I'd like for you to meet them, and I'd like to introduce them and recognize them. And so as I call their name, please don't hold your applause, because they've been given a lot of time for this ensemble, and I'm quite proud of them and just pleased, and I'm sorry to see them leave. So first of all, please meet Grace Cook. Grace is a music education major, and she'll be student teaching next semester in the Wentzville School District. Grace, best of luck to you, and thank you. Next, please say hello to Trevor McGraw. Were you handing out money? Is that how that? No. Trevor's also a music education major. He'll be student teaching in the Fort Zumwalt School District next semester. So Trevor, best of luck to you, and thank you as well. Please say hello to Trey Schriever. Trey is actually graduating in December, and he's earned a Bachelor of Arts in Music degree. So Trey, thank you again so much, and please stay in touch. Best of luck to you. Next is Nat Balker. Please say hello to Nat. Nat also has earned a degree of Bachelor in Arts in Music. And Nat, we just thank you so much for everything, and best wishes to you, and please stay in touch. Thank you. So as you notice, 2 euphoniums and 1 tuba. That's about 50% of our low brass section in this ensemble. So if you know any euphonium or tuba players out there, please tell them we're hiring, okay? We'd love to have them join us. So seniors, thank you again so much, and please, all of you, please stay in touch. Those of you that are student teaching, I'll come and see you, okay? Our next selection and the last piece for this evening for us is entitled Midnight Sleigh Ride. It's kind of a take on Sergei Prokofiev's movement from the Lieutenant Kiji Suite by the same title, Troika. Troika is a Russian word for kind of a traditional kind of 3-horse-drawn sleigh. So kind of a piece with lots of fun. And again, thank you so much for being with us this evening, and happy holidays to you.
Thank you.